Hey folks, my name is Randy Piku. I'm an NRA firearms instructor. Okay, today we're going to talk about cleaning, disassembling a Savage 6.5 Creedmoor. It's a hunting rifle. Great rifle to hunt whitetail with. It's actually become, it's a very inexpensive rifle, very accurate rifle. It's become my favorite, to tell you the truth. I've always hunted with a 30-06 or a 7mm. I have some Brownings, Remingtons, but this little inexpensive Savage is quickly become my favorite rifle. Anyway, we're going to show you how to clean it. So what you're going to do first, like with any gun, handgun, rifle, whatever, you're going to make sure that it is unloaded. Okay? You're going to drop the magazine out. Some people in a rifle call this a clip. And you can see, try to get this in the camera, that it is completely unloaded. I'm looking down in there in the chamber, nothing there. You know, after we've made sure that there's no ammunition in the gun or in the clip there, we're gonna take this bolt out of the gun. So to do that, there's a little lever right here, and it's not gonna push down until you pull the trigger. So you pull the trigger, hold the lever down, and the bolt comes right out. No problem. That is pretty much all the disassembly you need to do, unless your gun has been dropped in the mud or something like that. You can go further with it, but if you're just firing the gun, using it, especially a hunting rifle, you don't fire it a whole lot. But you do need to keep it clean. So main thing is to clean the bore. And you're gonna take a bore brush, the right caliber bore brush, bring it in from the rear of the gun into the bore. You're gonna shove that brush through dry. You want to do that 2 or 3 times, that's fine. Now you're going to take your patch holder and you want to put a dry patch on there. Run it through. Like so. Picked up a little stuff from the dry brush. We're going to take another patch, put it in here. This patch we're going to soak with solvent, bore solvent. We're going to run that solvent saturated patch through the barrel. Back and forth 2 or 3 times. You can see it picked up a little. We'll let that soak this for a second. There's not a lot more to cleaning this rifle that's really necessary, unless, like I said, it's just filthy for some reason. You want to dry brush the receiver end of this thing. I tell you what, it's just not dirty, so we just go through the motions here. Dry brush all the little crevices and corners that you can reach with this brush or with your toothbrush. You want to take a Q-tip. And you'll see quickly that it really wasn't dirty because it's not picking up. It's picking up a little bit. Picking up a little bit. Okay, now we're going to put a little solvent in there with that same brush we just used. Some solvent on the brush. It helps to have a cleaning rack for rifles. I have one, but I don't have it where I am at right now, so we'll just do it by hand. Most people don't have one. Little solvent there. Really, there's nothing dirty about this bolt, stainless bolt. Just right here on the face, you may want to do a little brushing. Then we take our dry rag and we're going to try to wipe that solvent out and any residue that has been dissolved by it. And there is a little, not as clean as I thought it was. All right. Now that we have run a solvent soak patch through the bore, we're going to come back with our brush again. I'm going to run the brush back through. That's probably good enough. Well, let me show you a little trick maybe. We'll work on this. Might have to put 2 patches on here, we'll see. Yeah, came out. That solvent did its job. You can see where it's working. Getting that patch a lot darker. A lot of that residue is coming out of there. Okay, just about done here. We're gonna oil the inside of that barrel. One more patch. Put a little Hoppy's gun lubricant on that patch. Run it through the barrel. The intention is just to put a thin coat of film, like a film of oil in there. Help with not rusting. All right, remember we scrubbed this with some solvent, so we want a little thin coat of oil. Although this is stainless, put a little thin coat of oil on here. Like a half a drop, if you can have such a thing. So make sure it's just not, that solvent would evaporate and dry this out really well. And then you put a little thin coat of oil here, a little thin coat of oil here. Because if you notice, you have 2 little ports here, right here, and opposite on the other side. That places where you would put a drop of oil every once in a while. What it does, this is the only part of the bolt that slides on metal. This doesn't slide on anything, so you don't really have to have any oil on it. Clean it off if it's dirty. All right, now we're going to put the bolt back into the rifle. Get it started. All right, you want to pull the trigger. You want to push this lever down. You need 3 hands. Get it back. It's functional. It's clean enough for a hunting rifle, and hope that helps you out.